Welcome back, everybody. Today, me and Dell, say hi, babe. We're at the garden. We've been a little neglectful. We came and watered, but that's about it. We haven't really been doing any weeding or upkeep for the plants. Just got a little lazy. So I was gonna clean it all up first before I took everybody through, but I decided just to show you the real deal messy garden. Here we go. This is our summer squash, Crocoselle zucchini. Today we found, that's a cucumber beetle, I believe, but these are definitely squash bug eggs, and we found a squash bug itself. So we're gonna be neem oil later, right before the sun goes down, so we could get a jump start on that problem. So we have some really big zucchinis because we didn't come and pick. I actually like them when they're big like this. I know other people don't. It doesn't bother me any. We have some Black Beauty. Woo! Bug bum. Ooh, the bug almost flew in my ear. We have the F1 49er hybrid summer squash. I'm not a fan of these. Not the taste of the squash, of the plant itself. It doesn't grow as fast as the other ones, and it doesn't produce as much either. In the pots, these are the pots that we grow our potatoes in. We amended these, and we have some, what are these, Trinidad scorpion. There's some really hot peppers. There's 4 of them. These plants were given to us, so we're gonna grow them. We have our herb bed right here. What sucks is all different kinds of herbs. Our basil. That's all of these are trying to go to seed, so we'll either pinch the seed part off, the flower part off, or we'll just go ahead and harvest this and dehydrate it. What was that? I'm coming that way. Right here we have some kale. The struggle for the leafy green veggies continues. We're gonna get them. We're gonna start some seeds for this fall, and hopefully we'll have a better growth that time. We got some parsley over there which needs to be harvested too. That's what we're here to do today, do a harvest. These peppers are, what kind are these? Giant Marconi. We only have one of these plants. We have a really big pepper growing right here. We have a lot of little babies coming in. I'll probably cut this pepper today, even though I know they can get longer and I know they turn red, just because it's going to be sitting on the ground if it grows any longer. Then we have the Sun Gold cherry tomatoes, turning colors. Been waiting for these, and they're very good. Dell's not a big tomato eater, but he said he enjoyed it. We're gonna, woo! I just broke the top of my plant. It'll be okay. It'll still keep growing. That's one thing about tomatoes, they're pretty hardy. If you break something off or something, it's not gonna kill it. We've been fighting early stage blight in this bed, and I didn't think about it, but until I planted the tomatoes here again this year, that I went through this last year in this same spot. So next year I'm probably just going to grow a bunch of sunflowers in this patch to clean the soil out, and that'll be what we do, because it grows good herbs. Herbs are doing great. Tomatoes, not so great. Here's the cilantro, very big, went to seed. Lots of coriander coming, because that's what it turns into. We have some more cherry tomato plants. Bunch of tomatoes over in this area, which all slowly are starting to look like this one. We're gonna neem them and, I don't know, do a little research, see what we can do about that problem we're having. We have, these are red night bell peppers. This is the pepper Dell was just trying to show you guys, and I was like, I'll be right over there. They're not red yet, but we have a couple on. We have 4 of these plants over here. They all have peppers on them. Even if they're little or bigger, They just haven't turned red yet, so we're waiting for that. We have some more tomatoes over here. These are grape tomatoes. These are cherry tomatoes. I'm not sure what variety this is in this row, but they're setting some nice fruits. I did tag them all, and in one of my other videos on my phone, I could see what kind they are, but I don't have that today. I think these are the mortgage lifters. You can't see the tags anymore. I bought these from this really young kid that sells plants around the corner from me. He grows them and starts them in his driveway. Yeah, this is the mortgage lifter. You could barely see it on there. They have a really good story. These are supposed to get pretty big, and you can see where my plants are struggling. I didn't have these problems with tomatoes last year. They just grew abundantly. But this is our tomato patch. They're coming in. We're not going to complain. Or I'll just complain to Dell all night how something's wrong with my tomatoes. And over here we have the purple tequila. Dell, look at these. You seen these? They're really turning purple. They're looking nice. They're small though. We'll pick them soon when they get a little bit more. And up here we have the okra. Yeah. And do you see this right here, Dell? This little baby okra. Yeah. We need to weed, but this is our okra patch. What happened is I planted them all at the same time. Really bad germination, so I came through and replanted again. That's why some are big, like this one, and some are little itty bitties. But in every hole, I definitely put either okra, or if I ran out of that kind of seed, I put a Swiss chard. But they didn't do good. I don't know. I still have a lot of empty spaces, which I'm just gonna fill with brassicas. This chard has been hiding over here between the okra from the groundhog, and it's doing a very good job because it hasn't found it yet. I wonder if these are gonna be the red okra. Those seeds came out of a pack that says rainbow okra, and you see these leaves are just solid green, but then you see these leaves are like variegated with a red. The tops of they look red, but they all came out the same pack. It was a rainbow pack. And we got three good nice Swiss chards coming along over here. We have our Dollar Tree stacker. I've been deadheading the marigolds because they're putting on new ones when you pop off the old ones. And I got one little lettuce trying over there, and then we got like some beets. We got a couple empty spaces, which we'll just resow with lettuce or something. Our volunteer sunflowers are growing very nice. They're almost tall as me. These are mammoth sunflowers, so these should get really tall. And then we got some extra cherry peppers that we threw in this space before the sunflowers came up, but they're still growing down underneath them. A couple marigolds. There was something in the middle there and it died. I can't remember what it was. And these are container potatoes, and they're getting harvested today.
Stay tuned for that video.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot a video on that. I already have a video posted of us harvesting the other buckets that were already done. This one still needs a little bit of time, not quite died back enough yet. We got some cabbage growing down here. I have to hide my brassicas throughout the garden. I can't like have a row of them or something because the animals find them. I don't know. But we got some I think these cabbages are going to do okay. Because if you look at this one, it's like it's trying to start to form a little head in the middle, a little ball. I think we may actually get these. Over here we got some grape tomatoes. And then down here is all the cherry tomatoes. These were extra ones. We just threw them in the space. We kind of trellis and attached them to the fence. We're not doing anything special for them. Over here, I don't know what kind of tomatoes these are. No clue. Lost the tag before I even planted them. I think they're Cherokee purple, but I could be wrong. But we didn't want to build a trellis or anything over here because we don't want to block the sun from coming through and things like that. So what I did was I went and bought these 2 T-posts. The longest ones they had there were these 5-foot ones. I know I could have went across the street to Home Depot and got longer ones, but I didn't. I got the ones that were in the store. And then we took some twine that we had and we put it, there's a hole here that it goes through, and then we just wrapped it around the tomato plant. We have these little posts that were here initially to give them support, and it's been helping them stay up because they were starting to lay all over the ground. It's really makeshift, but it's working. That's why I don't think you have to spend a lot of money and go get the best stuff you see people doing on YouTube. Get what you got or what you can find for free on like Facebook or at thrift stores or yard sales, and then as over time you'll accumulate the stuff you need. We've been doing this about 4 or 5 years. We still don't have everything we want, but we have accumulated a good amount of stuff. We got these eggplants. They need some fertilizer, and they're really neglected. I kind of threw them in the ground because they were dying in the 6-pack thing they came in, but we need to weed over here and mulch around them, and then they'll do better. I was wondering what these were on my potatoes, and I looked it up, and they're potato seeds. Like, you can cut this and harvest the seeds out of it and plant those to start a potato plant, not from an actual potato or a set. Yeah. These are garlic. Not sure if these are ready yet. I don't think they are. I think they should stay a little bit longer. A lot of garlic. And then we have onions, which these onions are neglected. Honestly, I say all the time, I'm going to go cut them back, and then I get distracted doing other stuff. But we need to, I'm going to try to, some of them are going to get pulled. Like this one, the stem's bent over. I'm definitely going to pull this out, and we'll use that or chop it up and put it in the freezer. But they're not the biggest onions, but they are the biggest onions we've grown, so. And we have some more summer squash over here. First, we have some peppers. What kind are these? These are the Cubanelle. They have some rust spots. I'm going to treat these with that same neem oil. It's supposed to. I didn't take care of all of this. This plot needs to be fertilized too. We're going to use some 511 for that today. Up here we got the Mono Orange with the big tomatoes on it, setting some huge fruit. None of them's blushing yet, but I'm excited for those. Then we have our squash. We have the 49er hybrid one. We have just some Black Beauty over here. More of that. I don't know if there's eggs over here yet. No, there's a fly. I don't see no eggs, but we're going to spray these too just to be preventative. We have some really big zucchini. These are summer squash, the yellow ones. I need to come cut those too. These cocazelles are going crazy. We're going to put some of these on a grill later. Another cocazelle. Can't see that in there. These are all crook necks and straight necks down here. And right here we have, these are the green bell peppers. I can't remember the name of them, but the color they end up being are green. Up here we have the Artisan purple Bumblebee tomato. None of them have changed color yet. Lots of fruit on here though. These plants aren't, I'm just now starting to see any like discoloration of this plant. I haven't seen the blight and stuff that the other plants have on this one. Let me go back down here. We have this kumquat. Is that what it's called? It's called the Indigo Kumquat. This tomato has had plant has had tomatoes on it for months. I swear it's been a month and a half, and none of them have changed to the right color yet. What is going on? That was weedy, and so I'm gonna hurry up. We have sweet bananas. Plants are loaded. We're gonna harvest these today too. Green beans, whole different variety. We have like the yellow wax, royal purple, burgundy, something like that. And we have little green beans. So if you know green beans, you know we'll be picking these by the end of the week. Over here, I have the mixed color bells. They've been only putting on this lime green color. And down here we have the orange bell peppers. No fruit on these. These plants I thought were gonna die. They stunted really bad. Trying to come back. If you guys got suggestions on what I should put on my peppers to stop all of this, drop it in the comments. Collard greens, we harvested some of these and cut them up. Every time the leaves get a little size on them, decent, we'll pick the couple that are there and add them to the freezer bag at the house, because besides that, we're not getting any because the wildlife. We have Chinese mustard greens that clearly the cabbage moths have had their day with. These things are, I don't know what to do with these. We're gonna cut them up. Let's figure it out. And then back here, you guys see this? This is my cucumbers. I was starting to feel really proud of myself. Like, girl, you grew some cucumbers this year. And then these guys are here, cucumber beetles. And my plants aren't looking too hot now because of this. And I'm going to use the neem on these too. I'm going to trim them up, clean them up. I just broke my plant. Tripped over it. But they're trying to put little baby cucumbers on. These spiders, I don't know if that got caught on camera. No, you're fine. And then we have a squash. I don't know what kind of squash this is, but this thing's been fighting along all season. It was one of the first squash plants to go in the ground. I don't know, it's not doing too great. This is a bush cucumber. It's supposed to be, but it looks like a vine. Looks like it's viney. Those potatoes still haven't died all the way back. Strawberries coming up where they're not supposed to be, but we're gonna eat them. They're starting to set fruit again. They had to stop producing for a little while. Heavily weeded strawberry bed that needs some TLC, along with many other things right now. It's that time of year where the weeds are just trying to take over on me. And then here's our strawberries. They're starting to put on flowers. Again, these are ever-bearing strawberries. You see some of them trying to come in. And these are black cherry tomatoes. Okay, we're going to step over the little gate. Excuse the weed whacking. Don't actually be too loud, but we got to get done. So over here, we had some extra space at the end of this row, so we added in some different spicy hot pepper plants. They do not like being transplanted. I'm going to mulch them. They need to be mulched. Every day you come over here, a different one looks like it wants to die. Looking like this. And then I'll come back tomorrow and this one will look alright, and that one right there will look like it wants to die. We're just adjusting, we'll say. Over here we have some watermelon. We grew of varieties. Charleston Gray, Sugar Babies. I think we grew like 6 different varieties. First year really trying melon like this. We'll see what happens. We have a couple different plants. They're about 4 feet apart, each plant. And then these rows are about 10 feet apart. Over here we got some gray zucchini. I tried to randomly plant zucchini throughout the garden to keep ahead of the squash bugs. And we have some tomatoes coming over here and some different peppers all mixed together. This is going to be a hot peppers, if you see that. Most of them point up to the sun. 9 times out of 10, if your pepper's pointing up like this, it's a hot one. More tomatoes. More tomatoes. These are just gonna grow on the ground and go crazy, I guess, because I don't have cages or stakes for them. And we're not gonna, these are just extra plants we had. Like, we planted what we wanted. Most of this will probably get given away. We're looking for people to give them to. Over here, we have more melons. There's 4 rows of them. That one's not doing too hot, but some other ones are looking really, really great. I'm not sure what type of melon this is. I think these are the Armenian white. I think all of these are up here. I had 2 different packs for the Armenian white. You know, you can use those as a cucumber or you can use them as a melon. There's a weed in here. But I see lots of flowers. But I don't know if I see any females. Is that a female flower? We're waiting for these. They're starting to spread out and stuff, so I'm just going to keep on my fertilized schedule. About once every 10 days I give them a good drink of some 511 or some garden tone, and that's been helping them along. Patience is something that gardening has taught me. If it hasn't taught me anything else, it's taught me to be patient. In due time, it's going to come. These are patty pans. Not sure if it's the green or the yellow, but they are patty pans. And then we have 4 hot peppers. We're going to water. These need water. That's why they're curled up like that. These plants are not dying. Battery died? Damn. Oh, there goes the weed whacking. I have to charge them and come back and do that tomorrow. These are zucchinis again. I mean, patty pans. This one just didn't do good. We're still giving her a shot, though. We need to weed. Everywhere needs to be weeded. You guys see this never-ending fiasco. People's garbage blows over the fence. I'm constantly cleaning up people's garbage, too. And those are patty pans. I'm going to sneak along the fence line right here to take you into my plot, show you what we have. There's nothing planted here. I'm not walking on people's stuff. It's weeds. And on this side, surprised to say, we got some corn growing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You see it?
Uh-huh.
You see this corn looking good? This is going to be the corn, I'm assuming. We tried this as an experiment. We never grew corn. We said we'll do the 3 sisters. We got some beans. The beans are coming up. I noticed that the other day when I started weeding. Sunflowers. Those are nests. Is that? That's not a I don't think so. I don't think that's good. And we have all different kinds of squash planted around, different varieties. I planted a lot of winter squash over here around these ones because we have so much summer squash everywhere else. You guys see this sunflower trying to open up? Sunflowers are so pretty too. This is going to be a burgundy sunflower or something like that. It's not the standard yellow sunflower right here that's coming. It's going to be pretty. We got some big squashes back there. Corn looking like it might do something. They say it got to be knee-high by the 4th of July, and it's right about there. We might get some corn, babe. We got some chili peppers. That's a marigold. Didn't put no flowers on, but it's trying to. These are chili peppers too. The hot peppers are over in this plot. Nothing on these trellises because they were peas and the groundhog like their peas. Couple random tomatoes. I don't even know what kind of tomatoes these are. I put them in the ground. They weren't. I think these are black creme. Maybe. Got one plant I still need to put in ground right here. Just random tomatoes. Tried to hide some kale in between. More tomatoes. We gotta make all the sauces and everything tomato based. Over here, we got some turnip greens and other root vegetables. Beets are coming along. Starting to get an actual bulb on them. You guys see that? Over here we got some carrots. Naya actually picks herself some carrots straight out the ground when she comes to the garden with me. Do you know she does that, Del? Picks carrots right out the ground and eats them, Naya, when she comes over here. She just puts it, she'll go spray them off with the hose. Some random pepper, we don't know what kind it is. We'll find out though. And onions. We will be harvesting these today, I believe. A lot of them are starting to fall over. They're not the biggest, but like I said before, they're the biggest ones we've ever grew, so we're proud. We're happy with our onions. More beets. And I planted, I can't remember what type of squash it was. I think it was more patty pan, just because I had those seeds in my basket. But we're going to replant in all these spaces we pull these root vegetables out. We'll be replanting our fall garden. So if you're not getting ready for your fall garden, you probably should think about that. Alright, let's go over here and show them these beds. We dug up some of the lettuce out of this bed and put it in the buckets to stop the animals from being able to access it. And nothing's messed with it since it's been up here. So we might end up with some lettuce. And over here I planted lots of sunflowers in a row all the way down. And other zinnias and just random flowers. I just put them in and we'll see what we get. It was better than the lettuce that we were growing. Not for us, because we wasn't getting not one piece of it. Over here, I did sow some bush beans. You can see where some of them are trying to come up, I think. I'm going to give it a little longer. We'll water this. That's a kohlrabi right there. I planted a bunch of them. I only got one. That basil has not been doing good at all. A tomato. I think that's a romaine. Just random things in this bed. Tomato, kale, chard, collard greens that have been struggling this whole season. We'll call this the bed of desperation because these plants desperately need to do something. And then here we have the Asian long beans that we're gonna have grow up this trellis right here. Okay. I want to get my drink out the car before you leave. These are cowhorn peppers. These are hot bananas. Jalapenos, they're struggling really bad. Habaneros, they're coming in good. I can barely even eat a habanero pepper. These are hot cherry peppers, red hot cherry peppers. Got 6 of those plants, I think. Serranos. I've picked lots of serranos already and put them in a dehydrator because it's that awkward stage where you get just enough peppers to do nothing with. So until they really start pumping them out and I'm getting a lot, we won't pickle or anything like that. These are Hungarian hot wax, I think. Yeah. These are shishito. And these are mini Cajun bell. I don't know if they say mini. I wonder if this is as big as it's gonna get. They turn red. Lots of tomatoes. More tomatoes. Got some over there. I got a weed. You see, they're starting to blush. Let me come around and show you a little better. These are early, girl. These, I don't know. I think I'm gonna try these plants again next year just because I've seen people grow really nice early girl tomatoes, and mine are not like that. We have lots of tomatoes over here, just rows and rows. That's another sun gold cherry. Lots of tomatoes. Look at those fruit. Look at that. Nice sunflower coming in. Put a little pretty into the garden. And then over here, these are those Italian roasting peppers, I believe. I could be wrong. And these just said ornamental, and they're growing some really nice purple peppers. They're a little spicy, but not too spicy. That's what Del said. He tried it, I didn't. And over here, I don't know what this is. I think these are the Italian roasting too. And then down here I have a cayenne. And that's about all we have going on. We're going to spend the rest of today cleaning up, trying to make it look better, weed it, because these weeds are out of control. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Till next time.